people died after using contaminated eye drops. How did they get contaminated? Bought at Walmart, CVS, and Target. 8 lose vision and 4 have eyeballs surgically removed due to rare bacterial superbug in solution. How does a rare bacterial superbug get into a solution that was approved by the FDA for over-counter use? 3 people have died and 8 others have lost their vision after using eye drops contaminated with the rare bacteria that were bought at pharmacies across the United States. As of March 14th, 68 patients in 16 states have been infected with this rare strain of Pseudomonas aeruginosa, according to an update by the CDC. Among those who used the bacteria-laced artificial teardrops, 4 patients have had their eyeballs removed as a result. Can you even imagine that? Trusting Big Pharma, trusting the FDA, trusting your pharmacy, putting these drops in your eyes, and then in a couple weeks after infection, you can't see and you have to have your eyeballs removed. Global Pharma Healthcare recalled its artificial tears lubricant eye drops that were distributed by Esri Care and Delsam Pharma last month. I think this Delsam Pharma is a very popular brand. You should really check your cabinets and see if you have this stuff in there. Typically, the product is used for people suffering with dry eyes who need extra lubrication. The drops have been sold at drugstores across the country, including Walmart, Target, and CVS, and on Amazon, though the products have since been pulled. Health authorities are continuing to track infections as they investigate the outbreak in 16 states, including California, New York, Illinois, Texas, and Pennsylvania. Here's the heat map right here. So here are the states where 68 people have been infected and by these contaminated eye drops. Also, there was a Communist News Network report right here that said 2 additional deaths are linked to this bacteria in the recalled eye drops. Let's see what this says. It says rare strain of bacteria found in recalled eye drops has been linked to dozens of infections, as well as cases of vision loss and surgical removal of eyes. This week, the CDC said 2 additional deaths, a total of 3 have been linked to the bacteria infection. So that's a little bit behind this news article right here. I just can't even, can you imagine your mom taking this stuff and then her calling you and saying, hey, I can't see, something's wrong. Can you take me to the doctor? What happened? What'd you do? I don't know. I use these eye drops. I wonder how many people don't know that there's been an alert and a recall for these. The CDC is urging patients who have used Esri Care and Delsam Pharma's artificial tears and who have noticed symptoms of an eye infection to get medical care immediately. And then it shows signs of eye infection include yellow, green, or clear discharge from the eye pain or discomfort, redness of the eye or eyelid, feeling of something in your eye, increased sensitivity to light, and blurry vision. Most of the cases have been linked to 4 regional clusters, and Esri Care's drops are the only product used by patients in each of those groups. Most patients reported using 10 different brands of artificial tears, but Esri Care artificial tears, a preservative-free but not bacterial-free, over-the-counter product packaged in multiple dose bottles, was the brand most commonly reported. CDC issued a warning: multi-state outbreak, infections associated with artificial tears products. If you have Esri Care or Delsam Pharma artificial tears products, stop using them and seek medical care immediately if symptoms of an eye infection occur. And the FDA put out an alert. Global Pharma Healthcare issues voluntary nationwide recall of artificial tears lubricant eye drops due to possible contamination. Every bottle should be treated as though it has this Pseudomonas bacteria in it. The CDC identified 16 states where patients are infected. That's California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Illinois, North Carolina, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Nevada, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Washington, and Wisconsin. The recalled drops were manufactured by Global Pharma Healthcare in India, where the bacteria Pseudomonas aeruginosa is commonly linked to outbreaks in hospitals. It can spread through contaminated hands or medical equipment. The outbreak is considered particularly worrisome because the bacteria driving it is resistant to standard antibiotics. 2 case studies published in JAMA this week and highlighted by CNN provided more details about the infections. In one case, a 72-year-old woman lost vision in her left eye after using Esri Care artificial tears for about a week. She started noticing some blurry vision in her left eye for a few days, said this doctor. It was initially painless, but according to the patient and her husband, one morning she woke up and she had a yellow discharge on her pillow. And that's when she started noticing that the appearance of her eye had changed. When the woman went to the emergency room, the doctors found a large ulcer on her left cornea. This is just from a week of use. She remained in the hospital for 3 weeks, enduring IV antibiotics, antibiotic eye drops, and multiple surgical interventions. She eventually lost vision in the left eye due to serious choroidal detachment and abnormal accumulation of fluid. Another case involved a 72-year-old man who developed significant vision loss from an infection of the cornea. It later improved, but he still has vision issues. He had not experienced previous eye problems, but after using EzriCare artificial tears for eye dryness, he had severe pain and went to Bascom Palmer Eye Institute in Miami, where it was discovered he had the multi-drug resistant Pseudomonas aeruginosa keratitis. When we examined his right eye, there was a severe corneal infection. He could only see shadows and was not able to see letters due to the extent of the ulcer. We typically expect some degree of improvement with these medications, but when we saw him 2 days later, he was getting far worse. So that's when we inquired specifically about EzriCare tears, because we knew they were associated with resistant infection that may not respond to those really strong antibiotics. They discovered that cultures from the man's cornea and EzriCare bottle grew the same strain of multi-drug resistant Pseudomonas. So my question is, how does this Pseudomonas bacteria, a crazy bacteria that can literally take away your eyesight, how does that get into a bottle at the manufacturing facility, the sterile manufacturing facility? So once again, guys, if you have this product right here sitting on your shelves, you might want to ditch it. You might want to call your relatives, your friends, people that you love that are probably using this, and just kind of warn them about what's going on. I'll leave the link to this article in the description,